Hello everyone, welcome to the King Lightning Fox Extras series. I should say welcome back. And first off, I gotta give you some updates on Pillars of Survival. Now, you're not gonna be very happy with us, but we're not gonna continue it because I feel like it's not very fun, and we don't have a whole lot of motivation, and it's not a whole lot entertaining. Is there anything you want to say?
Basically it.
Yeah. So here today, here's a couple of screenshots I took of the XSmart website. Yeah, there's new characters that they're making, which is fantastic. I mean, not new characters, but they're making stuff Funko refuses to. So, hopefully I'll be able to get those whenever. But, just letting you guys know that those are up now so you can get your own. But, I guess let's continue off with the video. So starting off here, we're going with Funko's strongest, what I believe is the strongest release that they've had, the original guys, and here we've also got XSmart's strongest release with the Wizards, characters that Funko, for whatever reason, refuses to make. So starting off with Freddy, this plushie's been with me for a long time, probably since 2016, but he's in decent condition. He's still recognizable, he's got a few spots there, but he's still good. Now, the problem I have with them is, they just don't feel as good as an XSmart plushie. These guys are stuffed good, and they use the same fabric, but they're actually willing to put detail in them. And I honestly prefer the embroidered eyebrows over the flaps. So is there any other details you could point out here that XSmart did better than Funko here?
Size difference.
Yeah, he's a little bit larger. I mean, yeah. And the hat too.
Yeah.
See, they thickened the rim up so it's a lot more durable. See, as an example here, I can grab my Jumbo Freddy plush here, because this is what happens after years of that. So Funko just used adhesive instead of actually sewing it, which is really disappointing. But yeah, not Funko. XSmart definitely wouldn't do something like that unless they decide to cheap out in the future, but happens a lot. Yeah, they haven't yet. Okay, so what I think, a little bit of a weaker release from both companies. I mean, this was probably one of the worst years for Funko, because believe it or not, that's not even pink fabric. They decided to cheap out and go with white fabric. See, there's printing here, there's printing there, and this is when they decided to do the flat eyes. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest, but there's just more printing, and whatever this fabric material is that is probably also printed, it's not great.
It's cheap.
Yeah, they cheaped out as hard as they could, and they disappointed a lot of people. And I'm not saying that XSmart's plush is bad, but I just personally think that this one it's not my favorite, but they didn't go with a single bit of printing other than the bib, and that's it. See, that's one acceptable part. And for whatever reason, the text here ended up being more green than the rest of it. But they actually embroidered details here. And this is a different material here. It's a little bit more, I guess, less soft. And all that's entirely embroidering. If I could focus onto it.
Fish.
Well, yeah. And they use different materials for the toes, too. I don't know why they went with metal ones, but, yeah. Now, one thing XSmart does really well is they use different materials across the plush. Like this fabric here I think it's different. They have embroidered details. They even got the wires. They're not all crazy stupid, but, embroidering here, I mean, they do not. They really capture the character. Here, you want to hand me the Twisted Foxy plush that I'm pretty sure is a bootleg that That's Grim Funk. You know, yeah, that'll work. So, and then something that Funko does really bad is printing. And whatever this mouth thing here is. For whatever reason, they really, really love printing. They won't stop it. I mean, the hook, yeah, it's cool, but I think it personally could use 2 layers of fabric here instead of just 1. But, yeah, and it's not the greatest. And whatever the fuck this is even worse. They tried to make book characters. Funko just kept getting worse from there. Now, XSmart is also really good with just simplistic designs and working off of just essentially pixel art that only really exists of this character, Fredbear here. I mean, the buttons on him are embroidered, and he just looks really good, you know? They did a really good job with this, and I wouldn't doubt that they're probably going to continue in the future despite their legal situation, but, yeah. Now, one thing that both companies get wrong, is the coloring of the characters, okay? Nightmare Freddy is supposed to have the dark brown, and Withered Freddy is supposed to have a color similar to the original Freddy, just, I would say a little bit more, just ever so slightly more red. But, I mean, there's just so much wrong with the Nightmare Freddy plush. It actually kind of, you know, I've always loved this plush, but I cannot get over the fact that they never got the eyes right or the color scheme right. I mean, yeah, I appreciate the embroidering and this material's cool and stuff, but if they just went out of their way and did a little bit more research, they would have had it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Withered Bonnie's colors, they're okay, but they're still off. I mean, Withered Chica, she's a little bit more vibrant than she should be. I mean, of course, it's a plush, though. I mean, yeah, what else can I say about that? Now, one thing that companies really like to do is they like to save money by reusing patterns. But Funko, they reused some of these patterns so much, and all of it was a cash grab, and it was very annoying that instead of getting the Wizards, we ended up with these fucking things, but I don't hate them, I still like them. But XSmart, I'm pretty sure they use a similar pattern, but they make it just different enough so they don't look exactly the same. Difference in the head shape here. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same pattern, but they make it just different enough to make sure everything isn't just a dull recolor. I mean, I know that these two are literally, the only difference is that one of them is purple, but pretty much in the game, Scott reused the Withered Freddy model 3 times. Now, what would I say to buy? Now, since Funko doesn't have a master license, all this stuff is eventually going to become so decently rare. They're all probably going to be a little bit expensive. I know Nightmare Freddy and the Black Lights are going to be a little bit harder to get, especially with Puppet back there. I mean, I got lucky. I found him at a GameStop, recently, but still, if I were you, now these guys are on the more expensive side, but I say it's worth it, because you really get what you pay for, and even Funko puts up on their website of figures every now and then that have a specific pattern on them, and then you receive it, and it's totally different, because I've had that happen to me before. So, if I were you, I would get what you want from this line that's easy to get if you really want it, and then I would get from this line. Now, I know it's supporting a bootleg company, and they got sued and all that, but honestly, I feel that XSmart deserves the license more than Funko ever did, because they're making products that no other company seems to want to right now. Now, I know I heard about Jazzwares and stuff, but honestly, I'm not all that intrigued, because they don't, I'm glad they're getting Withered figures and stuff, but they don't look the greatest, in my opinion. They could use some work, you know? So is there any details you'd like to add? Just the Macarena?
Yep, pretty much. Macarena.
Okay. Well then, if I were you, I would save a little money and get some of these guys if you really want it, but use, because I think it's going to be a lot more worth it to get these guys, because I have a feeling they're a lot more durable, because I got some of these guys. I mean, this guy, I got him over a year ago, and he still pretty much looks brand new, you know? He still looks new, and he's still firm, and yeah, so it's worth it, trust me, because, you know, so, I mean, in reality, get what you want, but if you want to, you're probably going to spend a little less money getting these guys over these guys, unless you're getting, like, re-release FNAF 1 plushies, but I'm going to say XSmart is worth it over Funko. So, have a good rest of your day, and, we will start Season 6 next weekend, if our schedules align properly.
Fish.
Fish. See y'all later.